Imagine a world rich in resources where absolutely everything can thrive. And then give it a horrific natural disaster every 60 seconds or so. And I'm gonna need my computer to earn its place in my house. This is what the game wants us to work with. I would probably end this within 30 seconds. I mean, it's only got 1,288 trees. And I didn't name this, but that's actually a pretty fitting name. We're just gonna do a few minor improvements around the map because we need a little more space for resources. But don't you worry, I'm gonna do this in such a tasteful way you won't even notice I did anything. And do they really need all of that water? I feel like that's just more area for me to drown them in. That should be enough land to start with. If we need more, we can always make more. Then I sprinkle in some tiers of previous worlds and give them some of the good stuff. That looks like a world I would thrive in. That is, once we add in an acid volcano. Wouldn't want them to get too complacent and forget what kind of world they're living in. One that's going to involve a lot of weird things. Also, we're going to turn hunger off because we want people to live not forever, but until I kill them. Same thing with old age. They don't need to die from old age because they're probably not going to make it to old age. I'm just going to throw down a few humans and a few elves right away. They're going to spread out around the world and multiply very quickly anyways. But again, to make sure they're not going to get complacent, I'm going to start them right beside the acid volcano. Hopefully they swim faster than it can shoot acid. And no, I'm not keeping track to how many of either because, as I said, they'll spread out and multiply very fast. And you know what? Just to be nice, we're going to throw one dwarf right close to the volcano. We'll see what he does. So with a population of 1,070, we're ready to get started. Hope you guys brought your swimming bodies. And off they go. That acid is going a little bit faster than I wanted it to, but they're branching out. They'll be fine. Though an alarming amount are swimming straight towards the volcano, probably because they know it's better this way than living in my world. Has anyone seen the dwarf? Did he make it? Stop, you idiots. I need some of you to survive. I'm just kidding. I really don't. Look how happy they are. They finally made it to land. They can finally start doing whatever it is they want to do, while also being tortured for the next 10 million years. Well, let's give them a ×5 speed, let them spread their wings and fly a little bit before we start raining down on them too hard. This guy gets it. He went all the way to the edge of the map before starting to build anything. He's trying to get away from my attention. Congratulations, you can have a sheep. And also a tornado nearby. Lucky for you, it's headed the other way, but your neighbor is not going to fare as well as you are. So far, we've managed to knock the population down to 61. Make that 58, but I mostly blame the tornado. Our empires are starting to build though. They'll expand pretty quickly. To be honest, I didn't know these could cross water. The population is climbing fast, mostly because I'm not messing with them. Look at these guys camping on the gold. Aren't they worried that metal conducts electricity? They should be. Don't worry, I'll put a rain cloud nearby that may or may not put the fire out. It'll probably mostly just annoy the neighbors. The last thing they want is a tropical storm blowing through their town. I'm gonna be honest with you, that rain cloud didn't help much at all. It even collapsed their entire empire. But what kind of empire is it if a single lightning strike can end it? Looks like you guys haven't evolved to the firefighting stage of evolution yet, huh? And we've already got our first war going on. I might not even have to torture these guys. Not sure why they're trying to attack across the ocean. They seem pretty vulnerable doing that. Now, to help mediate this little battle, I'm going to throw some piranhas in the ocean. That'll deter them from attacking each other. I'm the only one that's allowed to kill them today. I would have let them get to land first, but I didn't think about it. And this is much funnier anyway. Look at them go. They're trying to get away. They tried to save them, but there's no saving them. And since no one's inhabiting this nice island I built, it's now going to be a zombie island. Anything that goes near there is going to get zombified very quickly. Even that little dog is like, nope. Do piranhas eat these things? They sure do. Piranhas are the guardians of the ocean. Why are they still trying to swim across the ocean? Don't they know there's piranhas out there? That's quite a little fortress they've got going on. They're actually thriving really quickly in this world. They're also fighting a lot, but they're making do. And I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I mean, they've been working hard. So they deserve to celebrate with a cold one. Wow, they killed him fast. He didn't even have a chance to turn anything to ice. We need a few more of those. Wow, these are actually pretty competent empires for once. Okay, how about 5 of them? Can you take on 5 of them? They're actually pretty competent. Now, this uninhabited little island over here is going to be full of Ents. Anyone who lands there is not going to like the result of that. Let's have a demonstration. Can I get a volunteer, please? Yeah, anyone who goes to that island is going to get tree-bearded real hard. The population grows so fast when there's no natural causes of death. And this Orange Empire has taken over the world. If I were these guys, I'd probably be, never mind, surrendering because they're about to be wiped out anyways. If you guys can't make up your mind on what color you want to be, I'll send in a mediator. Like a demon. Oh, he's going to light everything on fire. That was maybe a bad idea. Then again, fire is never a bad idea. Let's give him a few more of those. You guys figure it out. They've been pretty hard on the northern areas. Let's maybe set a UFO down in the southern area. And he's going to go where? He went straight back to the northern area. The game just hates these guys up here. I would offer my assistance, but there's literally nothing I can do. It's the game's well. I just have to let it be. Look how happy this spaceship looks though. Oh, never mind. You guys, any good at firefighting yet? I'm sure they'll be fine. Oh, look, we have a volunteer for Ant Island. I don't know what they're doing there. Oh, they're gonna have a little party on an island. They went to meet up as friends. Then the trees murdered them. Now this one wants to go and take revenge. That's it. Single-handedly fight the enormous tree. They're only 100 tons. Well, at least that one came with a bow and arrow. You're marginally smarter than the other ones, but probably still about to die. And I don't know what their problem is with the trees, but they certainly want to kill them. You, sir, have earned my respect. The population is almost up to 1,500, and they've got, well, probably 3/4 of the landmass occupied. Oh, that's why they wanted to kill the ants. They wanted the island. Maybe they're just like children. They don't want something until someone else has it, and then they want it. I forgot there were landmines. Well, we need to make a zone in between them all over here. That way no one tries to fight. Oh, he just about touched it. They keep teasing me with it. They walk right up to it and then stop. Unfortunately for them, I've discovered I have a force ability that can push creatures in all the wrong directions. Not sure you're gonna love what comes next, but you shouldn't have wandered into a minefield. That was just stupid of you. Let this be a lesson to everyone else. He survived. Never mind. Do earthquakes have a good effect? They sure do. That was very destructive. I get it, buddy. It's not a fun world to live in. You tried your best. Can I? Oh, it creates land. Wow, that is a really big effect. I'm gonna stop playing with that for a little while. What just exploded? I heard like a bomb go off, but I don't think I had any more bombs in the world. Never mind, there's still a few landmines. Oh, I've got to stop having the earthquake thing equipped. Sorry about that. All right, who do we think is the weakest empire on the map right now? Maybe these guys down here? All like 2 of them? Well, we're going to bless them to make them extra strong. I think I hit the wolf with that. So there's also going to be a super strong wolf on this end of the map. Okay, yeah, this is literally an empire of 1 person, but he's super strong now. So he's probably going to expand. Since you guys are fighting here anyways, I'm going to give one of these. This is going to spawn demons and fire, and I feel like that's going to help the northern hemisphere. It basically just lobs meteors at anyone nearby, whether they're swimming in the ocean or not. It's going to hurt them all. And the demons are going to keep the island safe. Probably bad news for the village of Cohork, who are extending their boundaries closer and closer to the tower. Oh, it looks like they're sending an assault against it. Or they've just realized they're better off dying to a fiery tower than living in my world. And I wouldn't blame them for that. Yep, they're going in straight on assault to the tower, but I don't see it going well for them. Never mind, they actually killed it. These guys are also like armed with armor and weapons. So that's a first. Okay, looks like they're pretty mad at these guys, whatever this is, so they're diving right in for an assault. This is going to knock the population of my world down a lot, but that's kind of the point. Pretty dangerous spot to be battling when there's acid rain clouds on the move. Oh, it's like a game. They may or may not get hit by falling acid as it drops from the sky around them. Like any of my worlds, I just simply teach them to deal with adversity. Our lone hero down here decided to finally expand. He's up to 8 people, so we're going to supercharge all of them. Which apparently also turns them into rabbits because they're up to 16 people. Their population over doubled already. Presumably not a family tree with many branches on it. The population has grown to 3,200 people and it's still in a state of constant war. There's always someone attacking someone else. I bet we could fit a volcano in this hole. I mean, obviously we can. I'm just not sure if it's really going to affect the surrounding area or not, because fire in this game is pretty destructive, and that's also a huge lag machine. But that's not so bad. As long as the fire doesn't make it to shore too often, then things will be just fine. Wow, a whole team of swimmers down here. To keep it fair, we're going to give them a volcano too. That way they stop doing that kind of behavior. And my superpowered morons down here are expanding very quickly. They took over the neighbors. They're probably going to push up this way. These guys are getting nervous about the volcano, creeping ever closer to their shores. Oh, cool. They're into human sacrifice too. That's it. Full frontal assault on the volcano. It must be stopped at all costs. You idiots. Can I supercharge a volcano? Will this make it stronger? Been a while since we played with any tornadoes. Let's unleash one here and here to keep it fair. Evenly placed in the world, so we can't say I'm playing favorites. Luckily for the population of this world, they're mostly playing in the ocean so far. Look at all the people in the tornado. That's awesome. I didn't know it carried them around. Oh, it just left them in the water though. I should just use tornadoes to redistribute people from now on. Let's give these guys another dose of super juice so they can continue their expansion and have prolonged suffering. They're going to be harder to kill, but that's going to mean they suffer the most. Christmas is coming soon. We might as well unleash Santa in the world, who drops bombs to all the starving children of the world. The volcano's getting close, and they're still continuing their full frontal assault on it. I've definitely created a pretty resilient world. Any disaster I hit them with now, they tend to take care of it pretty quickly. So let's step up our disasters just a little. I'm thinking a dragon that's also supercharged 3 times. Now let's see what the world thinks about this guy. I'd imagine they're gonna have a tough time taking him down, but I've been surprised before. They're hitting him with a lot of arrows so far, but they better have worked on their firefighting skills. Judging by their volcano technique, they haven't. If the dragon keeps up like this, the people are boned, because they can't really shoot him if he's over the ocean. He'll just spring onto land, hit him with some fire once in a while. And they seem like a pretty simple civilization, so it's probably helping them to give them extra fire. They're hitting the dragon a lot, but he is supercharged, so I don't know how long it's going to take to kill him. But they might want to hurry, because he's lighting a lot of things on fire. Things are slowing down, but I haven't hurt the computer fan yet, so it can't be that bad. I couldn't have asked for a better dragon. He's picking on one empire entirely. He's basically single-handedly wiped out all of this. He better be careful though, he's wandering down towards the supercharged people. They could probably actually hurt him reasonably well. Look at him, he's just absorbing all the damage and still going strong. But he's going to annoy the supercharged people, and they're probably going to be able to kill him. But they also have to put out a fire. Never mind, he's still just picking on the orange team. He really wants to eradicate them, and he's probably going to. Realistically though, he only covers a small part of the map as he migrates islands. We better unleash something somewhere else. He died right as he got to this shore. They're so happy. They're like, yay, we killed the dragon. We did all the work. These guys over here literally destroyed. What are nanobots? Gray goo destruction. Oh, that's interesting. And probably pretty dangerous. Looks like they do sink eventually, but I kind of see what they're getting at. So we'll let that spread out into the world for a little bit. I don't know if anything can actually fight this. It might just kind of destroy everything it touches, and then you have to rebuild afterwards. But we'll find out. So far that seems to be the case. I think I just unleashed the end of the world accidentally. Again, though actually as it spread out, they did have gaps in the circle, so it's kind of selectively kill things. Just like me. The population did just drop down to 3,000, so between the dragon and this, which is actually eating land too. Oh, I didn't realize it was going to eat the land. But that's okay, you know? That's what experiments are for. That way you understand what things do. So if I Thanos snap the world, is it going to take off half the nanobots too? Did that work? Creatures removed, 1132. I don't think it stopped the nanobots though. I think it probably just made it easier for the nanobots to devour things. Will a meteor stop the nanobots? Maybe? Looks like a meteor will, but it's a little bit too late. You know, these guys survived somehow, and this was Zombie Island. I don't know how they commandeered Zombie Island, but they did it. And it looks like they're going to be the lone survivor somehow. I'm not really sure why that island got spared the nanobots or how they defeated the zombies, but they sure did it. And there goes pretty much my entire world. Nanobots work fast. Oh, hold on, we've got some survivors. They're swimming through the ocean, but we've got survivors.
We can have no survivors, no witnesses.
So let's redistribute some of the creatures in this world to take care of said survivors. Now, as for Survivor Island, you guys are going to want to be careful where it is you step. They're coming awfully close. I don't know if they're physically aware that there's an explosive on their island or not. Well, those ones at least weren't. You think they're getting worried yet? I would be getting worried if I was them. But don't worry, we're going to supercharge them all so they have something of a fighting chance. You guys might want to stop building things out of wood for a while. The world population is 70. 40 people are on this island. That means about half the world's population is swimming in the ocean endlessly. And the Ring of Fire is almost closed, which is really going to seal the fate of these guys. What? Is this someone from another empire coming in? It looks like it is. Okay, that's fine. He can be part of the club. What does the tumor do exactly? Anything? No. Oh, okay, that works fast too. And apparently it's very flammable. So I'm not going to kill them, but I am maybe going to lead some tumor over towards this volcano. And even the grass looks like it's burning pretty nicely. Oh, they're expanding that way. Very smart. Tumor wants to light on fire and bring the fire over to them. Whoops. Well, that's fine. They're about to die anyways. It looks like it just burns out when something hits it. For example, I said, for example, it burns but just burns out. It doesn't spread the fire. Boy, am I ever good at building a world. World population is 33 because somehow they survived a nuclear bomb on their island that's like an acre. What happens if we raise the elevation of the center of their island? They die. Well, let's make sure that we're going to finish off that island, because I just don't like life anymore. There's still 18 people alive, but they basically have to subsist in either the ocean full of piranhas or on the very edge of a volcano, and that's where they can stay for the rest of eternity.